Sampling has been around since the beginning of hip-hop. It's a big part of the culture, but it can also cause legal issues for producers and artists and hurt the revenue. Is it worth it? My name is El Marquis, musician, rapper, record producer, unashamed crest follower, and today I'm going to tell you if you should sample in 2019.
El Marquis Productions.
If you don't know what sampling is, basically it's when you take a part of an existing recording, such as a melody or maybe a drum pattern or a chorus, and then you use it in your own recording. From there, producers will typically manipulate the sample, such as pitching it up, pitching it down, speeding the tempo or slowing it down, adding different effects to it, and even chopping it up and rearranging how it's actually played. After altering the sample, the producer will generally add some drums to it or just put other melodies and bass lines to it. The final result is taking someone else's idea, flipping it, and then creating a brand new song out of it. Some of your favorite producers like Dr. Dre or DJ Premier, Jay Dilla, and Kanye West are famous for using sampling in their production. And they're some of the GOATs, so they know what they're doing. Some people consider sampling stealing, but that's not really accurate. There's a difference between someone stealing someone's idea and someone taking someone else's idea and recreating it in their own way. And a really big downside to sampling is that to legally release songs that contain samples, you usually have to clear it with the copyright owners, and it can be a really long, complicated, and expensive process. This can result having to go back and forth between copyright owners and record labels, losing your publishing, losing some of your revenue from the song, or even possibly getting sued if you decide to release a song and not clear the sample. But thankfully in 2019, there are ways to work around this. Thanks to websites like Splice, ADSR Sounds, Machine Masters, Sounds.com, and even producers' own websites, it's possible for producers to get royalty-free samples that they don't have to clear. And you usually don't owe the creators of the samples anything other than the fee to download the sample. The only time you'll owe anyone money is if the creators of the sample state that you owe them revenue if their sample in it gets placed on a major album or if it gets licensed to TV and film. And then from there, it's super easy to clear it because all you have to do is just email that producer. Since these sites have gotten really popular over the last couple of years, some producers are turned off because a lot of people have the same samples, but it's really easy to manipulate samples and create your own sound out of it. So even though two people have the exact same sample, it's really easy to rearrange them, add effects, pitch them up, pitch them down, just make them your own original creation. So should you sample in 2019? If sampling inspires you to create the music that you and your audience loves, go for it. Since there are tons of websites that offer royalty-free samples where you don't have to sacrifice any of your publishing, you don't have to worry about getting sued or losing any of your revenue. Even if you sample from someone's pre-existing song and you do have to sacrifice some publishing or revenue, you're still contributing to the overall culture of hip-hop, so taking the L may be worth it. The main reason why you shouldn't sample is if it just doesn't inspire you to create the music that you actually want to create, and if you're just really worried about losing your publishing. The only other thing I can think of off the top of my head to recommend to someone not to sample is if they're the type of person who goes on Splice and downloads a bunch of loops and doesn't manipulate them at all, just drags them into their session file and then just puts some drums over them, because at that point that's not really sampling. That's just taking a loop and then just putting some drums over it. And then even though you'll be able to crank out a bunch of beats by doing that, it restricts your creativity. And then from there you might just be over relying on other people to make melodies for you, and then that's a big part of your craft that you're not going to be able to develop. But that may or may not be a big deal to you. It's different for everyone. So in closing, if sampling inspires you to create the music that you and your audience love and enjoy, do it. It's super easy to find royalty-free samples, and if you're really into the culture of hip-hop, you may just have to take that L and lose some of your publishing in order to create beautiful music that inspires generations. If sampling doesn't inspire you to create the music you want to make, and you are just super worried about losing your publishing, don't do it. Either way, sampling is a huge part of the culture of hip-hop, and if you are a producer who participates in hip-hop culture, I highly recommend that you at least try it. Thank you for watching this video. If you like what you've seen today, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you know whenever I upload new videos. Also, you can go down in the description below and you can check out the links to my website and my social media and all the background music that you heard throughout this video. Also, on October 2nd, I have a new song coming out called Can or Can't Do. It'll be available on all major streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, everywhere you can download or stream music. And I would greatly appreciate it if you checked it out. Now go down in the comment section below and let me know, do you think people should sample in 2019? Do you think it's stealing people's ideas? Do you think it's healthy for the culture of hip-hop? Is everything I said in this video bogus? Let me know in the comment section below. My name is El Marquis Productions. God bless.